Here's a video for changing your high pressure sensor in a Mini Cooper. How to remove the high pressure sensor F60 Mini. First you have to remove a rivet from here, which will free this up. 8mm screw. I took an 8mm screw here, here, and there. Took those out. And I forgot one screw right there. So 4 screws on this thing. Next, remove the 3 Torx 30 screws. 2 are pictured here. 1 is to the right of this. Once the screws are removed, you can pull this piece out. It hooks under there. Just have to wedge it. Here we have the low pressure line going over the high pressure sensor. The low pressure line has the black hollow arrow. The low pressure line has to be moved to get to the high pressure sensor underneath with the red arrow. This is the same view from the front of the vehicle looking towards the firewall. The plastic to the right of the low and high pressure lines is what we're going to loosen to get access. Remove this screw at the bottom of the plastic attachment, as well as there was another one right where that hole is next to the motor mount. The other essential little tool is this. It's a right angle little thing you get at Harbor Freight. It's a screwdriver set with some Torx bits, but they do not include the 30 that you need for it. That I got as a separate attachment for just Torx bits for my sockets. The Torx bit set cost about $5 if you don't get it with something else, and then this is all about $3-4. It was great for fitting in this little space right here, so you don't have to worry about any other attachments. I did not take off the headlight. I'm not sure why the effort of that. It's not that hard to get from this side. Here's where you get your O-ring. Once you've separated that, it's generally recommended to replace that. And then, this one's fantastic. Newer car, so maybe not worth it, but it's easy. Same with the Schraders. Save yourself a few bucks, a little bit of time, certainly a bunch of recovering refrigerant and then putting it back in if you got a leak. Then it'll last you hopefully years and years and years. Once you loosen the low pressure line, just pull it up to the left to give enough freedom to get to the sensor. To take off the high pressure, something to remove the O-ring, and a wobble attachment to be able to remove it. As you notice, I took a trip to Harbor Freight, for maybe $30 in parts. If you got none, it'll save you a bunch of time, energy, effort. The biggest thing was removing those screws down at the bottom here that attach the lower plastic part to the body right there. That screw, which is where it's out, and the other one that's down low along this sidewall piece gives you the space you need to just wedge that thing out. I did have to disconnect the low pressure line. I had hope I wouldn't have to, but it's not worth the effort. Take it off, and it's probably, from a safety standpoint, I did have a little bit of pressure in the low pressure despite vacuuming that thing down with the recovery for half hour. So it showed negative pressures, but sure enough I had a little bit in there. So it's probably to prevent somebody from pulling off the high pressure and getting a little surprise. Alright, here's your sensor when it's off. Make sure you got that little green O-ring off with it. There's, well, you're not going to see that attachment because I'm on the wrong side. Oops. And it comes out on your high pressure line. Just follow it along. It's right there. That's your entry point. At this point, just add some PAG oil along your O-ring. And this is what I used. I got it from AutoZone for about $12. Alright, obviously reassembly is the reverse. It's a 30 Torx. Didn't show that at the beginning. Obviously that's to go to your low pressure screw right there after replacing your O-ring. All that's left now is to get it recharged. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps someone with their exchange of the high pressure sensor on a Mini. This also applies to the F series, BMWs, they all have similar sensors. Not a hard job, just little quirks make it easier. I'll post links to all of the equipment that I use down below. I have no financial interest in whether or not you get it from there, but I hope it helps get a parts list before you start. Please feel free to like and subscribe. I'll do my best to post some more videos that are a whole lot clearer. This is my first effort, so thank you very much for following along with me.